All right, we're up the over here by the house today. The water's cleared up a lot. There's some muddy water dumping in right here, and then we're gonna go see if there's a little bit running through some of these drains and see if we can catch a few bass today. It's cold today. I wasn't even planning on going fishing today, but it warmed up a little bit. Sun came out, so I think it's about 40 now, 42, 43. So I'm gonna go see if we can do something. Oh my goodness. Crap. Crap! Hope y'all saw that. That was stupid. I saw that fish come up and eat that chatterbait, then I freaking set the hook and lost my rod. God dog. What a dummy. I almost jumped in after it. That's my first instinct. That's why I took my camera off. Then I realized I had a crankbait on the back of the truck. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, worst start I've ever had to a fishing day. That was dreadful. So I'm sitting here reeling my chatterbait along with this rock, and I'm about to pull it up out of the water. I'm looking at my chatterbait, finna pull it up out of the water. So I didn't have a good grip on it, and a fish grabs it. Look like about a 2.5 pounder. Grabs it, pulls down on it. I go to set the hook, and when I set the hook, it just catapulted the rod out into the water. So we're down one rod today, and then I ran, grabbed my square bill, because usually the rods float for a while at least. I went and grabbed the square bill so I could try to catch it. My first instinct was to jump in the water, but the water's pretty daggone cold, so I didn't. Went, grabbed the square bill, tried to catch the rod, got the square bill hung up, broke it off. So very bad start to the day, but oh well. Alright, so we're about a couple hundred yards south of that little meal that I was just fishing on, and let's see if I can see the rod. I know it's a long shot, but I've lost them over the side before, and they almost always float, especially with that kind of reel on it. So hopefully I can see it. It's a long shot, but oh well. I done broke off the square bill, lost the rod, only brought a chatterbait and a square bill, so I'm going back now to some more stuff. This is a bad start. One of my worst starts I've ever had to a fishing tournament, fishing day. So hopefully I'm gonna catch like a 10 this evening. Okay, so I had to re-up, put me on another little square bill and another chatterbait. I actually put on the Z-Man Elite this time. I don't like that chatterbait too much, but we're gonna try it. Figure some losing rods and reels and lures today. I might as well put on something I don't really like. So hopefully this next half of this day is a little bit better. Okay, all right. So back over here, about a couple hundred yards downstream from where I lost the rod. We got to give ourselves a chance to get lucky anyways. We might see a rod come floating by, 7'3", Duck It Micro Magic with a Corrado 50E on it and a chatterbait and about a 2.5 pounder on the end of it. Maybe get it all back, put it on video. You know, I've broke a lot of rods before in tournaments and fun fishing and everything. I've broke reels. I always get way more upset losing the fish, and I think that's bothers me more as I lost that fish earlier. But oh well. I'm gonna show y'all what exactly I was standing on when I didn't jump in the water. My first instinct was to jump in the water, but we're gonna fish around right here, see if we can't catch one. Okay, so I'm right here beside where the madness ensued earlier. I'm gonna show you the reason I did not jump in the water. Which I took my camera off, put it down because I was about to jump in the water. And I had my hand, I was pulling my phone in my pocket and kicking my shoes off. Then I realized where I was, and I went and grabbed my crankbait, try to fish my rod out. But you can see I'm still on top of this huge cliff thing. And there's that much current. So jumping in there would have been a mistake, to say the least. So I'm glad I didn't, but that was my first instinct. I'm gonna get up here where y'all can hear me. I don't like this kind of chatterbait. This is a Z-Man Elite, and I really don't like it. I've only caught a few fish on it, but I just caught that one on it, so maybe they'll eat it. But I mean, I threw that thing a lot and never hardly caught anything on it. All right, let's see what we can do today here. God dog it. I was setting the hook wrong and my rod slipped. Son of a gun. Missed him. Snakes don't bother me too bad. I do not like spiders. There's me a little thick one. A little thick boy. With a little tattoo on him. How about that? Little mouth tattoos too. Everything's on. Pretty. Just beautiful fish. Yeah, they're really biting today. I done had 4 or 5 bites. Only caught 2 though. So I just caught another one on the very next cast and didn't have the camera on. That's a problem. Second one I've missed with the camera off today. He was right on that dock. I set the hook on him, got hung in that tree, broke my line, retied, still got my old knot on here and a long tag in, made the cast again, and then caught him. He wanted the old chatterbait. Check out the color of the trees up here in East Tennessee. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Alabama's got nothing on Tennessee when it comes to that. Riding around some of these roads around this river is just awesome. But today, I lost a freaking rod. I was holding it, and I wasn't holding it tight because I was pulling my bait out of the water, and a bass grabbed it and went down, and I kind of tried to set the hook. When I did, it just catapulted the rod out into the water. So, you gotta leave a like and subscribe for that. But I had 5 or 6 bites on a chatterbait today. I didn't get all my fish on video today. That's my fault. I hadn't done that in a while. Usually I've been pretty good about it, but let me grab this chatterbait. So, the rod that I throw a chatterbait on is a 7'3" medium heavy fast. And you'll hear a lot of debate about this because a lot of the pros that are good with chatterbaits, like Brett Hite, he throws on a glass rod, and so does Brandon Polinick. A lot of guys do. But their theory is, whenever a bass eats this chatterbait, the blade will be folded down in their mouth. And whenever you set the hook hard, you're going to pop that blade up and make the fish open their mouth. And that blade is going to block the hook point from ever penetrating. Now, I don't really believe that. I think that why wouldn't they bite it like this? Instead of, like, how would the blade even get in their mouth? If they're biting it from behind, most of the time the blade's gonna be out of their mouth, right? And even if it is in their mouth, I don't know if it's gonna absolutely make you lose every single fish. So I throw it on 7'3", medium heavy fast. You can go up to a 7'6" glass rod, or 7'3" or 7 foot glass rod if you think it's gonna make a big difference. I've tried it. I seem to lose more fish on a glass rod or on a cranking rod on a chatterbait, something like that. I don't like it. I like to be able to, it's got a jig hook in it. So I set the hook like a jig, and I don't stop reeling until I swing them in the boat unless they're real, real big. So that's my thoughts on a chatterbait. I pretty much power fish with it. This is a Z-Man Elite. It's got the regular white color. I don't like this kind very much. Never caught a lot of fish on it. They bit it pretty good today. The biggest fish bit the other chatterbait, snatched my rod in the water, but all the rest of them I caught on this chatterbait. So I might do a chatterbait course. There's not really much to talk about except for kind of where to throw it. That's something I didn't go over in the square bill one, was where exactly to throw the square bill. So I don't know, but subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, turn the alerts on because we got a lot of videos coming out. So see y'all.